So good morning. This is Liz Campbell at Yoga Gym. And today I'm going to do some short flow practices. And the only prop I think you will need might be a chair. And if you have a yoga mat, get a yoga mat. And yeah, like a kitchen chair, something with a hard surface. So go ahead and come to Tadasana. Stand nice and tall. And in these uncertain times, it's really important to ground your energy, to connect to the earth, to feel part of the earth. Because that will bring your energy that's sort of up and out here, it'll bring it down and it'll help with anxiety. So pressing into the four corners of the feet, lengthening the spine, just feel the muscles hugging to the bone, connecting you to the earth. And drop into your breath, inhaling and exhaling. I breathe in, I breathe out. Stay there, I breathe in, I breathe out. And then bring your hands to Anjali Mudra at the heart center. As you inhale, sweep the arms down and up. And exhale back to the heart. Do that 2 more times. And then just bring your hands to the fronts of the legs, bend the knees, let your sits bones come back, and we're going to slide down and up, hinging at the hips, keeping the spine long. So just a gentle awakening of the muscles in the legs, bending the knees here. One more time. And then come back up to standing. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. Inhale. Now sweep the arms down and up. And as you exhale, draw the hands down the midline and come into Utkatasana or power pose or chair pose. Inhale, press back up. And exhale your hands to the heart center. Inhale the arms down and up. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale up, exhale to the heart center. One more time like that. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale back up, and then exhale, bringing your hands to the heart center. Now, bring your arms down and step your right foot out and then pivot your hips so they're facing the short end of the mat. So your left leg is back here, your right leg is in front, and the left toes are out at about a 30-degree angle. And we're just going to come in and out of warrior one. So go ahead and bend the right knee and just bring the left arm up. This is inhale and exhale. Keep going. Now, if you're unsteady here, you can get a chair and bring it to the right side of your mat and just rest your hand on that chair back until your balance improves, and it will with repeated effort over time. And then the next time you bend that right knee, bring both arms up, stay here and breathe. And then lower the arms, straighten the knee, and just pick up these right toes, bring them forward, bring your hips back forward, stay here, bend both knees, slide down and up, hinging at the hips, tipping the pelvis towards the thighs. And be sure you're letting those sits bones come back, so you're not tucking your tailbone under. It's like you're gonna sit in a chair. Go one more time, sliding down and up. And then we'll go to the other side. So this time your right toes come in at about a 30-degree angle and your left toes come out, and your hip points are square to the short end of the mat. And then bend the left knee and the right arm comes up. This is inhale and exhale. Work really hard to keep that back leg straight. Inhaling, coming into warrior one, exhaling out. It's the left knee bending, the right arm coming up. And the next time you bend the left knee, both arms come up. Stay here and breathe. And then float the arms down, straighten the knee. Bring the left toes forward, the right toes forward. Bend both knees, slide down and up. And then bring that to a close. Now go ahead and bring your left toes so they're facing the long end of the mat here, and turn your right toes out so they're facing the short end of the mat. And now your hip points are square to the long end of the mat. We're gonna come in and out of warrior two. So bend that right knee, the arms come out to a T position, and then back to straight. This is inhale and exhale. Both legs are working equally hard here, but they're working differently. And the next time you bend the right knee and come into warrior two, stay here, and then just turn your head. So you're looking towards the fingers on the right hand, and breathe here, warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2 is the Sanskrit name. Lower the arms, straighten that right knee, and bring your right foot forward and turn the left toes out. We'll just go straight to the other side. So bending the left knee, the arms come up, and then back down. This is inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. And the next time you come into warrior two, stay here and breathe. And then lower the arms, straighten the knee, and just heel toe your feet in and rock from side to side. So we're a couple of weeks into our self-isolation. This is, I think it's March the 6th, it's Monday, April the 6th, it's a Monday. And so all of us have been isolated either by ourselves or with our families for a bit of time. We're trying not to go out anywhere. We're trying to stay safe. And so a lot of our distracting and coping mechanisms are not with us. And one thing that a regular yoga practice can help you do is identify how to manage unpleasant feelings. So when the anxiety starts to come up, and I think most human beings have some level of anxiety. And these times, you know, it just makes it worse because it's so uncertain. So what you want to do is become the observer of those sensations. And when you see that anxiety coming, recognize it for what it is, that it is not you. It's just some energy that is in your body that is really not helpful for you at this time. And you're just going to sit and wait and know that it will pass. Now, there's some techniques you can use to help that anxiety pass. You can stand in mountain pose, and even if you're in your shoes, just feel yourself connect. Lengthen the spine and just notice your breath. And you can say, I breathe in, I breathe out. If you're seated in a chair, you can press your sits bones. I breathe in, I breathe out. And don't try to escape or run or quelch the feelings or the sensations. Just know that they're there and they're going to wash over you, and then they're going to leave. And then you'll be okay. And you'll feel better. And some of these yoga practices are really great if you've been practicing yoga for a while. You can call on them as you see that anxiety start to rise. You call on them because you notice it for what it is, and then you start the grounding into the earth and the I breathe in, I breathe out. And that just gives you something to kind of do as you wait for them to pass. And so if you're struggling, I would suggest that you do some sort of a short yoga practice every day, 10-15 minutes. If postures make you feel better, do postures. If meditation or breath work is better for you on any given day, do those things. But you got to practice it before the anxiety arises. You got to have the body wired up to recognize and to drop into the parasympathetic and to just hold. It's like you're just holding, you're just staying in a pose, waiting for whatever that unpleasant feeling is to leave, to go. And it can be anxiety, it can be depression, it can be anger. And we tend to think of, so anxiety is a high vata sort of a disturbance where you've got too much ether and air, too much movement, too much space. The anger is a high pitta sort of a disorder where your fire and water elements are not balanced, and you've just got all this, it just tends to manifest as anger. That's the sort of the goal directed, I've got to do this and this and this. And it can be very anger provoking to have your life put on hold when you had a lot of goals. And then the depression, where you just want to lay on the couch and eat junk food and watch romance movies all day. That is more of a kapha sort of an imbalance. Kapha is water and earth, and that's a stagnant, sticky sort of a thing. Your energies will unbalance and rebalance. And what a yoga practice can do is it can kind of equalize all the 5 elements, ether, air, fire, water, and earth. It can equalize all those sorts of energies in your body so that you're better able to manage the challenges that come up during your day. So that's just a little discussion about that. And it's the reason why I do yoga postures, because it balances that energy for me and it makes my life better. Now, we did a warrior 1, a warrior 2. Now we're going to combine those. So go ahead and turn, turn your right toes out and your left toes in, coming into a warrior 1 stance. And then bend that right knee, bring the arms up, come into your warrior 1. And then bring your arms out in front, bring the palms together. Now you're going to slide this left hand across the right arm. Keep that right knee right where it is, but open the left hip and come to warrior 2. Lift the arms up, pivot your hips forward. So this is all in the hips. There you are, back at warrior 1. Bring the arms down, palms together, sliding the left hand across the right arm, opening the hips. Keep looking over that right arm, open into warrior 2, lifting the arms up, pivoting the hips forward. bringing the arms to, this is like a Frankenstein position. Bring the palms together, slide that left hand across, opening up into warrior two. Stay here and breathe. And then release the arms down. Go ahead and straighten the right knee. Bring the right toes forward and then turn your left toes out. And then we're going to turn these two hip points to face towards the short end of the mat. The knees are straight. And bend that left knee. Come into your warrior one here. And then bring the arms to that Frankenstein position. Palms together, sliding the right hand across the left. Opening up into warrior two. Arms up, pivoting forward to warrior one. Hands in front of you, palms together, sliding the right hand across the left, opening into warrior two. Arms up, pivoting the hips, warrior one, bringing the arms down, palms together, and sliding up and stay in warrior two, breathing here. And then go ahead and lower the arms, straighten the knee, and heel toe and step in, rock from side to side. So you might have felt that in the hip joint a little bit here. And so we just want to counterpose that a little bit by coming into Tadasana, bringing the hands to the front of the legs, bend the knees, slide down and up 3 times. Hinging at the hips, tipping the pelvis towards the thighs. So we're going to do that again 3 times on each side, and we're going to change up the arms. So step your feet out. Go ahead and pick up your right toes, turn them out, and then pivot your hips so you're in a warrior one position. So just get yourself nice and stable. Now, bend the right knee, come into warrior one. Now you're just going to open this left arm out to the side as the hips open up. Keep looking over that right arm. Really watch this, this right knee. Make sure it doesn't press forward, that it stays over the ankle. Bring the arms up, pivot back to warrior one. And floating the arms down, coming into warrior two. Arms come up, pivot to warrior one. Arms come down to warrior two. Straightening the knee, bringing the right toes forward, the left toes out, and then you're going to pivot those hips. So get this warrior one position. Bring the arms up, bending that left knee. Keep that left knee right where it is as you open that right hip and the arms come out to warrior two. And then lift the arms up, pivoting back to one. Opening to warrior two. And back to warrior one. And one more time. Warrior two. Straighten the knee, bring the arms down, go ahead and heel toe, step in, rocking from side to side. So I want to show you a little flow that I like to do using a chair. So get a like a kitchen chair. So I have this one. If you come to the studio, you'll recognize it. These are in our waiting areas. And then and put the chair on the yoga mat so it won't slip. And if you're at home and you don't have a yoga mat, you could put the chair up against the wall, or you could put it up against even the sofa or something where it won't slip out from under you. And then come to standing here and bring your hands to the heart center. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, swan dive forward and just tap that chair seat. And then come back up and bring the arms down the midline. So we're just doing this to practice this half forward fold. So draw the navel towards the spine, keep the back long and just tap and lift back up. So this is more about building that core strength than it is about stretching the hamstrings right now. Because I think it's, it's balance. It's not all about how bendy, stretchy you are, despite how yoga gets marketed sometimes. It's really about the balance in the body. Now, this time, inhale, bring the arms up, and then hinge forward and bring the hands onto the chair seat. And once you're here, if the back is rounded like this, you want to lengthen it out into a tabletop. And you may want to bring your feet just a little bit further apart. I'm going to pull this down so y'all can see me. And so you don't want this roundy, you want the back flat and straight. And now you may feel it in the hamstring. So we're just going to stay here for a few breaths, giving that some time to release. And then we're going to go into cat-cow. So inhale, draw the navel towards the spine, round into the cat. And then exhale, arch into the cow. Keep going, cat, cow, cat, cow. And one more cat, one more cow. And then we're just going to move in some holographic waves. So here you just want to move and stretch into the connective tissue. You're trying to get all the muscle groups to relate to each other. And then bring your weight over the four corners of the feet, engage the pit of the belly and lift up. And bring your hands down the midline. Now, inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, take that swan dive forward. Bend both knees and step back with your right foot. Bend the left knee. And then from here, don't do this, but rather let your back be straight and strong. And make sure this left knee is right over the ankle. Press into the left foot, lift up. Warrior one. Hinge forward. Come up on the ball of the right foot. Pivot that foot forward. Step forward, back to that half forward fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, down the midline. Inhale up. Exhale, half forward fold. Bend the knees, stepping back with the left into a warrior one. So those left toes are out. Flatten that back out. Press into the right foot. Make sure the knee is right over the ankle. And lift up. Hinge forward. Come up on the ball of the left foot. Pivot the heel forward. Step forward. Inhale up. Exhale down the midline. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, half forward fold. Bend the knee, step back with the right. Press into the feet, engage the pit of the belly. Press up. Hinge forward. Come up on the ball of the back foot. Pivot the heel forward. Step forward. Inhale up. Exhale down the midline. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Bend both knees, stepping back with the left. Lifting up to warrior one. Hinging forward. Stepping forward. Inhale up. Exhale down the midline. Let's go one more time each side. Inhale. Half forward fold. Stepping back with the right. Come up to warrior one. Hinge forward. Step forward, inhale up. Exhale down the midline. Inhale up. Exhale, half forward fold. Bend the knees, stepping back with the left. Coming up. Hinging forward. Stepping forward. Inhale up. Exhale down the midline. And then come back to your mountain pose. So you may feel Your breath is a little rapid. Your heart rate may be a little bit rapid. Just bring your hands right here to Anjali Mudra. And as you inhale, press the hands up to the ceiling and then bring the tips of the fingers together and bring them to the crown of the head here. As you inhale, lift your energy up. Make a protective bubble of your pure, beautiful energy. Bring your hands to the heart center and bring that energy back to the heart. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, tips of the fingers to the crown of the head. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Last time, inhale, and exhale. Inhale up, and exhale here, and just standing in mountain pose. Now we're going to come down onto our mats. This is the most important pose of the entire practice. It's Savasana. It's the most difficult pose to do when you're home all by yourself. But please do this pose. If you don't want to get down on the floor, if you're at home, you can get on the couch, or you can just do this seated, sitting up nice and tall. But the best way really is down on a hard, on your yoga mat on the hard floor. And so you just want to come down onto your back. So my favorite way to come down is to bend the knees and slide down like this, and then just fold myself down to the floor. And then come onto your back. Now, if your low back hurts, get a bolster or a blanket or a towel and put it right under here, so that when your legs come down, your probably can't see, your pelvis is tilted up a little bit. And then bring your hands down, roll the palms up to the ceiling. Now, take a few breaths and let yourself settle in. So notice, where am I holding tension? Am I clenching my jaw? Am I furrowing my brow? Are my shoulders lifted? Is my neck tense? If it is, just lift your head and lengthen the back of the neck and bring the back of the head onto the mat. The chin may feel a little tucked. Moving down the body to the shoulders. Notice if the chest feels tight, is the breath constrained? And just slow down. Take a nice, slow, deep inhale, and take all the time you need for a complete exhale. Soften the belly. Relax the legs and the feet. Feel the support of the earth under your spine. And then notice your breath. I breathe in, I breathe out. Give yourself permission to release any tension you may be holding. And close your eyes. I'll ring the singing bowl 3 times when it's time to come up. Thank you so much for spending this time with me in a yoga practice. I hope you got some information that helps, and I hope you got some practices that help. We're at Yoga Gym. We're located in Montgomery, Alabama. And when we come out on the other side, I hope you all will join us for some live practices, which I believe are much more powerful. Bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra at the heart center. Namaste. Thank you.